Welcome to the fourth tutorial of my scripting playlist. Today, we're going to learn about if statements. But first, I have to teach you what a Boolean value is. This is true. This just means that something is true. This is false. This means that something is not true. To write an if statement, you do if, and then a Boolean expression, then, and then you press enter, and it will automatically make this end for you, which is also very important. So basically, if the Boolean expression is true, then the code will run. So if I print true is true here, and I run the code, then it will print true is true, because true is true. But if I change it to false, and I change this to false and true, then if I run the code, it's not going to print anything, because the statement was false. So if I put right here, if 64 is greater than 5, then it will print, this will print. And since 64 is greater than 5, then it will print. But if I change it to if 65 is less than 5, then it won't print because that's not true. These are all the symbols you can use when comparing stuff in an if statement. You can take a screenshot of this if you want. Another example is if I write local money equals 100, and then I check if money is more than 1, and if it is, then it will print that I can afford a burger. Since the money is more than 1, then when I run the code, it will print you can buy a burger. Another thing I can do is I can make a variable called has Robux, and I can set it to true, and then I can check if has Robux equals true, and if it is, then I can print that they have Robux. This will print you have Robux because has Robux is equal to true. Now I'm going to teach you else statements. If I had an else in the middle of the if statement, then when the Boolean expression is false, then this code will run instead of the if statement code. Now if I change has Robux to false and make the else statement print that you have no Robux, then when I run the code, you can see it prints you don't have Robux. So now if I write if 64 is more than 100, then it will print 64 is more than 100, else it will print 64 is not more than 100. And as you can see, it prints 64 is not more than 100. Now if I make a money variable and I change the top to if money is more than 100, then print money is more than 100. Now if I write else if money is equal to 100, it will print money is exactly 100, but only if the statements above it are false. Now if I change the bottom to print money is less than 100. Now you can also have multiple else ifs in one if statement. So I can do else if money is equal to 65, then print money is exactly 65. Now if I run the code and money is equal to 100, then it will print money is exactly 100. If I run the code and money is equal to 65, then it will print money is exactly 65. If I set money to 1, it will be money is less than 100. And if I set money to 1,000, it will print money is more than 100. Once again, all the symbols you can use to compare are at the top of the script. And if you enjoyed the video, then stay tuned because I'm going to be dropping another tutorial every day.